Hey guys, this is going to be the very first part of the interview. This is mostly going to focus kind of on Tommy himself and some of the work that he's done over the years and some of the charity work that he's done. That it was important for the audience to kind of get to know Tommy as a person and kind of understand where he's come from, what he's done, how he's built himself up, and how he's built up other people in the industry. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this section. I'm going to add a few other little tidbits in here along the way to kind of emphasize that as the interview progresses, so that it's not only a little more informative, it's a little bit different than the main interview that you may have already watched. So enjoy. Hey guys, we finally got the stream kicked off. I'm here with Tommy Tallarico, who probably needs no introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway. I have been doing my digging on you over the last couple of days, and the more I dug, I'll be honest, the more confused I got to the hate that you get online. Like, seriously, it's very confusing the more I look at it. Because, okay, just so you guys know, I know a lot of you guys already know this, but I got to kind of brag on Tommy a little bit here. The guy's been in the industry for like 30 plus years. He started out in Virgin, basically touting himself, trying to basically get into being able to build music. Did so well at it, they basically just started making him like the head of the audio department within like a year or two. You grew up like inspired by your cousin, Steve Tyler, whose actually last name is Tallarico, and going to his concerts, right? Is that true?
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then 2002, not only were you building yourself up, you were starting up Gang, which is like gamers. Oh, God, I had it up here. Can you tell us what that is? I've got it.
Game Audio Network Guild.
That's it. God, I had it up and I forgot about it all over again. Another rookie mistake. I'm going to do those a lot tonight, guys. Bear with me. And that was not only a nonprofit for recognizing people in game audio and the gaming industry as a whole, but it also gave scholarships too, right?
Yeah, we had $20,000 a year scholarships that we gave to kids to get into college to do game audio. And we also created the curriculum that colleges teach about, for kids to learn about how to do game audio, whether it's music, sound design,
right,
voiceovers. But yeah, 20,000 a year. Yeah.
So, as in, just to give the scope to you guys, a lot of people make their career by just looking out for themselves and building themselves up, no matter who else is. Here's a guy that's made his career out of not only building himself up but building up everybody around him and giving them opportunities.
Yeah,
that's how you basically built your entire career, is by helping other people build themselves up, from what I can tell.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a big believer in, what you put out is what you get back, into the universe. Positive mental thinking, they call it the art of attraction. And yeah, that's, I've always wanted to, give back. And, I came from nothing and, I was homeless when I moved out to California and was in the video game industry. Found myself there 3 days later.
I know. I read that. That's amazing.
In the video game industry, and so I always want to give back. I always want to help. I do a lot of stuff with homeless teens because I was a homeless kid on the streets of LA and Hollywood and Orange County, and so I do a lot of work with those programs as well, and a lot of troubled teens, going to those places. I try to get there about once a month if I can. And you'll find that a lot of the troubled teens, you go to these teenage prisons, is that, they're good kids, but they just need direction, and they never had anyone in their life that told them that they're worth something or that they can do it on their own. They were always told they were worthless, or they didn't have a father figure or, kind of hero person growing up. And they were never told that, to follow your dream and that you are the one that is control of your own destiny. No one ever, they get all this kind of negativity, and it's always like, this is my life. There's nothing I can do about it. Woe is me. I'm the victim. And when a guy like me comes in and say, hey, I was homeless and I had nothing, and again, and you roll up in a fancy car or whatever, and and everybody gathers around, and you come pulling up, they instantly have a connection, like, wow, I want, here's a successful person, I want to hear their story, and you can connect, you can reach somebody. It sounds silly to like put materialistic things as an instant, like, an instant attraction to somebody else that they'll listen to you. But for young people, it is something that is, that in their world, wow, that's something important. Look at this fancy guy in this fancy car. And so it's a way to connect easily, and all of a sudden they want to listen to you just because of the car you pulled up in. And so
Yeah.
to me, it's not about that, but to them, it's an icebreaker.
Yeah, it's
So
something tangible that they can kind of connect with and go, "Oh, this guy's kind of got it together. Look at his
yeah,
car, or look at his shirt, or whatever. I should
yeah,
probably
exactly,
listen."
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's a lot of thing too. Is I really think that really do a lot of work with kind of kids in that age range,
Hmm.
uh, because they are still very impressionable, and they are still like, once you get somebody who's been like on the street and like a hardened criminal for like 7, 8 years, and they're in their 20s, it's harder to get to those people. But when you're talking about a
Exactly.
14 or 15-year-old kid who, got into stealing cars because his friends were doing it, and he didn't have a father figure around or whatever, you can reach those people. You really can, um, and provide guidance, which is always a great thing to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's even more than even I was able to look up that what you were doing for the community as a whole, which is fantastic. So that was the first section of my interview with Tommy, where we basically just talked about him and his life. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that and the little extra additions that I did to it to kind of make it a little bit more informative, so that you understand more about where the guys come from, kind of where he's going, kind of what he wants to do, because it's all kind of wraps up into everything that he's doing with the Amico itself. So the historical significance of knowing where he came from, what he went through, where he's going, and where he wants to take the company all kind of gets wrapped up in a small nucleus of this starting section of him as a person, I feel like. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you'll stick around and do the other chapters. The other ones won't be quite this short. They'll probably be longer. This was one of those that I felt kind of needed to be separated on its own a little bit. Because it's a different flow and more of a breaking the ice section than the rest of the sections. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, whether or not you're enjoying this being separated out this way. Do you want longer chunks, about the same, that kind of thing? Until next time, though, happy gaming.